inside front cover left side, and this, I guess you call it page 2, maybe inside front cover where my finger is here. These Trump accounts, these are strange. They're only for folks, kids born in certain years. You can get matching funds from the federal government. We think over time these may morph into something more than they currently are. These may morph in the future, if they're not repealed and whatnot, these might morph in the future into an employee benefit. What we might see, and it depends on the next elections in 2028 and that, this might be something that morphs into a thing where so-and-so comes to work for us and they have a child, and it might be a thing where the employer might be able to match instead of or in addition to the government. So that's just something that's being kicked around in Washington right now that could change in the future. And for right now, this is what we have is the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, and it changes to something else later, but we don't know that yet. Ask me some questions about estate planning. I want to get a little bit more into what all you all want to know in that area. Right, so let's say you and Mary Beth are married, correct? So if you don't have what we call a Tucker Shelter Trust, you have a $4 million threshold. So if it's federal, right now, each of you has an exclusion on the federal estate tax at $13.99 million. So about $28 million right now. But at the state estate tax, there's not an exclusion. For Illinois estate tax, there's not an exclusion, there's a threshold. If you guys died yesterday and you had exactly $4 million, no Illinois estate tax. If you go 1 penny above that, the state of Illinois taxes the entire thing. The top bracket on the Illinois estate tax is 16%. Let's say $1 million house, just to use round numbers. I know some people have a $500,000 house. Some people, we had a gentleman today at the office that he rents, but he's got sizable assets for retirement and things. His deal actually was pretty clever. They currently rent a place in Mount Prospect, but then they have an RV, and their deal is like, well, we'll still be Illinois residents, but we don't currently pay property tax. They pay it through the rent property tax right now, but when they're done, he's going to retire, she's going to retire. They're going to load up the RV, still be Illinois residents, because Illinois does not tax IRA accounts and 401ks. The federales do, but not Illinois. Illinois doesn't tax the retirement accounts. They'll still be Illinois residents. They'll still vote here. They'll still be their state of residence, but they'll be in the RV and they'll go wherever they want. And so they'll have no Illinois property tax and they'll have no Illinois income tax. But anyway, so what you were saying, your whole net worth, if it exceeds by 1 penny, $4 million, then you get taxed on the entire thing by the state of Illinois on the estate tax. If you die exactly at $4 million, you don't have to worry about anything. If we had what we call a Tucker Shelter Trust, then it would raise you from 4 million to 8 million, and then we'd have a different problem to look at there. If we were to consider maybe scooting some money, a gift into an irrevocable trust, that would get the money out of your estate. And currently, you could do almost $28 million without having to worry about the federal estate tax exclusion. And Illinois, as you move that money over, if that's what you did, to an irrevocable trust, Illinois does not have a gift tax. And then when you pass away, if it was in the irrevocable trust, or if most of your money was in the irrevocable trust, then you'd have no Illinois estate tax.